teacher at Gwauncelyn Primary.
And I'm Michelle Rees, International Languages Lead. Gwauncelyn Primary is an inclusive school of 337 pupils, with 4.5% speaking English as an additional language. Our vision for languages is simple. Language is the key to the door of the world. We believe learning languages builds memory, empathy, and open-minded global citizens. This aligns with the four purposes, helping our learners become confident communicators, creative language users, culturally aware citizens, and resilient individuals who enjoy exploring new languages.
At Gwauncelyn, internationalism isn't something we just dip into. It's embedded across the whole school from nursery to year 6 and is always a focus when planning our curriculum projects. We've already achieved the foundation and intermediate levels of the British Council International School Award, and this year we're working towards the accreditation.
We're delighted to share our journey in developing meaningful, sustainable international partnerships and how these experiences have transformed pupils' learning, our curriculum and our school culture. This CSC-funded programme has given us the perfect opportunity to deepen our partnerships abroad and contribute to shared practice across the region.
We have taken part in many international projects here at Gwauncelyn already. For example, the German Bears project, which linked us with a school in Germany. They had a bear that spoke English and our bear spoke German. The pupils wrote blogs back and forth to each other, explaining what they had learned. For example, weather, numbers, colours, greetings in German. And then about 3 years ago, we had an Italian assistant called Miss Imma, who not only delivered Italian language sessions to our pupils, but taught the songs and lessons on Italian history and culture.
We also regularly hold whole school assemblies to raise our pupils' awareness of the wider global community and to develop their understanding of the world around them. This year, the assembly theme is the global goals, and we've delivered a series of engaging assemblies, exploring these themes in age-appropriate ways. For example, our Year 6 pupils led an assembly on European Day of Languages. Our Year 1's focus was celebrating diversity, and our Year 2 and 3 pupils delivered an assembly on global food. These assemblies help strengthen our pupils' sense of identity, belonging, and global citizenship, and bring our school community together, with parents invited to take part and celebrate with us.
Each year, we also celebrate a Spanish festival as part of our Spanish curriculum offer. The pupils have enjoyed learning about Las Fallas. However, La Tomatina is the one that engages them the most by far. This time last year, we completed a project with our Basque Partnership School, comparing school life in Wales and the Basque Country. Both schools made videos about their own school day, including routines, lessons, what the classroom looked like, school lunches, and other activities. We then held a live meeting where pupils asked each other questions and then compared similarities and differences. By chance, the meeting took place during our sports day, and we were able to show the school what we were doing, which they thoroughly enjoyed. This gave pupils a powerful sense of real global connection, and for many it was the first time they'd actually spoken to a child from another country, not through a worksheet, but in real time.
We've also recently developed a second partnership with a school in Zambia, and we found this through the British Council Partnership School Founder. The teachers have been emailing each other, and pupils from Zambia are very excited about learning about life in Wales. We decided to link through our festivals and celebrations project, as well as our Home Sweet Home project. And next week, our reception children will be sharing accounts of their own festivals and traditions, including St. David's Day, and our Year 1 pupils will be asking and answering questions about homes. This link will also continue into the summer term with our Animals Around the World project, because we believe it's so important to give even our youngest learners authentic international experiences.
Here on the slide, you can see our partnership school in the Basque Country, which is called La Inmaculada. The school is located around 20 minutes drive northwest of Bilbao in a town called Baracaldo. And we've been working with the international lead Olat Maisie throughout both projects. The project that we're focused on today in relation to this funded programme is our Christmas Traditions Cultural Exchange programme. This was a one-term collaborative project involving 92 of our Year 4 and 5 pupils and 92 pupils from the Basque Country. The project has helped us contribute directly to the Celtic Connections network. It included a rich mix of activities that help children learn with their international peers and not just about them. And our international aims were to deepen cultural understanding, strengthen intercultural communication, and build sustainable partnership models. We completed the activities and sent a large box to our partner school filled with Christmas cards, gifts, vocabulary posters, and they sent the same over to us. Our pupils at Gwauncelyn were over the moon to receive the box from Spain mid-December, and the excitement could be felt all around the school.
We started the project by finding out information about the school and its location. We then shared the PowerPoint received from our partner school with our pupils about Christmas traditions in the Basque Country. Our pupils had endless questions about what they were learning and were highly engaged in this activity. The pupils wrote bilingual cards to each other. Our pupils used Welsh and English, and the Basque pupils used Basque and Spanish. They introduced themselves, described their festive traditions, and asked and answered questions. The excitement when the cards arrived was huge. Pupils loved that their writing had travelled from country to country.
Each pupil then made a handmade festive decoration for their new pen pal and received one back. This added a personal, emotional layer, something to treasure and display in their homes. And both schools created posters of key symbols of Christmas from their own country. For example, we explained about stockings, Christmas trees, angels, Christmas puddings, turkey, and these were sent to their pen pals. And our pupils used both Welsh and English to do this, and we received posters back in Spanish and Basque.
Both schools also learned a song in their native language to send to the partner school so they could learn it and sing it back to us. We learned quite a few verses of We Wish You a Merry Christmas and sent a video to the school. We received the song El Burrito Sabanero from our friends in Spain, and our pupils really embraced learning this. Fortunately, it was a song that we had heard before as our Year 6 pupils had learnt it for a Christmas concert the previous year. Most of our children said this is one of their favourite parts, one of the highlights of the whole project, as it made the partnership feel real and joyful.
And our live end of project teams meeting, which you can see on the screen, became a powerful culmination of the Basque Country project, giving pupils an authentic opportunity to connect with their partner class in real time. During the call, children were able to ask and answer questions with their partners, compare Christmas traditions, and perform the shared song they'd been practicing together. Although many pupils admitted feeling really nervous at the start, this quickly transformed into overwhelming pride as they realised they were confidently communicating with children in another country, bringing the whole project to life in a meaningful and a memorable way. And before we share the pupil outcomes and impact of the project, it's important to highlight a number of additional elements that enriched and strengthened the Basque Country project. These elements added depth, authenticity, and cultural context, helping pupils feel truly prepared for the exchange. They also contributed to the confidence and engagement pupils demonstrated throughout the whole project.
And one of the most valuable and enriching aspects of the project was a visit from Marina, our CSC lead. She delivered an engaging cultural workshop that introduced pupils to Spanish and Basque New Year traditions, including the well-known 12 Grapes tradition. This session further ignited pupils' curiosity and strengthened the pupils' cultural understanding whilst undertaking the project, as well as helping them make sense of the traditions they later discussed with their pen pals.
And when pupils received their pen pal names, many were unsure how to pronounce them, especially the Basque, traditional Basque names. But instead of this causing worry, it opened up a wonderful moment of curiosity. We asked Marina to read each name aloud and record this, and the pupils were fascinated. Hearing the authentic pronunciation helped them feel confident, respectful, and ready to communicate with their pen pals. This simple step made the experience feel personal and meaningful long before they got to know their new friends particularly well.
In the build-up to our live video call, we deliberately focused on preparing pupils to communicate clearly and confidently. We practiced clear speaking, rehearsed question structures, and introduced simple greetings in both Basque and Spanish. This preparation made a noticeable difference, especially for those pupils who initially felt nervous about speaking to children in another country. By the time the call took place, they had the tools, language, and confidence they needed to engage fully, listen actively, and take real pride in their communication.
Another important aspect of this project is how naturally it wove through areas of learning experience within the curriculum for Wales. Rather than sitting as a standalone activity, the Basque Country project became a rich, integrated learning experience that connected skills and knowledge across multiple disciplines. This demonstrated meaningful curriculum integration and allowed pupils to develop a wide range of competencies in an authentic, purposeful way. For example, in LLC, pupils engaged in multilingual writing, learned new vocabulary in Spanish and Basque, communicated with a real audience, and developed their speaking and listening skills through live interaction. The project created an authentic reason to use language, which significantly strengthened their confidence and motivation to communicate.
The project also significantly developed pupils' skills within the expressive arts AOLE and gave them meaningful opportunities to express themselves creatively. Pupils took part in festive decoration making. They participated in performance-based tasks through learning and singing the Spanish song, and they designed their own Christmas cards for their international partners. The project provided a rich cultural stimulus for artistic work, enabling children to create with purpose, showcase their talents, and share their creations with pupils in another country. The humanities, pupils explored the Christmas traditions of both Wales and the Basque Country. The comparative work they did helped them recognise similarities and differences between cultures, develop respect for diversity, and appreciate their own identity within a wider global context. They also applied their geography skills by locating the partner school on a map, deepening their understanding of place and connection beyond their immediate environment.
And then finally, for digital competence, the project offered opportunities to develop digital skills, including creating posters, exchanging media with the partner school, and confidently taking part in live online calls. Pupils used technology purposefully to communicate, present information, and collaborate beyond their own classroom. For evaluation, we kept things simple throughout this project. We gathered some pupil voice, we looked back at photos and videos, and reflected as a staff on how the project went. And this gave us a clear sense of how much the children enjoyed the experience and how engaged they were throughout.
This simple evaluation process gave us a clear picture of how the project felt from a pupil and staff perspective. It helped us see which activities captured the children's interest the most, how well they engaged with the cultural content, and the moments that stood out for them, particularly the exchange of cards and the live call. It also allowed us as staff to reflect on how manageable the project was and how effectively it supported international learning within our day-to-day curriculum.
Impact on pupils, staff, and the community. Overall, this project had a clear and meaningful impact on our pupils, our staff, and the wider school community. Throughout the project, we saw pupils becoming increasingly curious, confident, and culturally aware as they connected with a partner school in the Basque Country and explored traditions beyond their own. You can see some of the pupils' quotes on the slide. Intercultural awareness grew strongly. Pupils were able to describe Basque and Spanish traditions, such as Olancero, the seafood-based Christmas dinner, the 12 Grapes in the Year tradition, and the celebration of the Three Kings. They confidently compared these customs with Welsh traditions, recognising both similarities and differences. and this supported their understanding of cultural diversity and helped them reflect on their own identity. The project also sparked genuine motivation and curiosity. By the end, pupils expressed a desire to learn even more about the Basque country, the Basque language, and how other celebrations, for example, Halloween and Easter, might be marked in different parts of the world. Their interest extended well beyond the planned activities.
Language development was evident throughout. The pupils engaged with 4 languages, Welsh, English, Spanish, and Basque, and showed increasing confidence in speaking, listening, and vocabulary. Many made thoughtful links between Welsh and Basque, minority languages, which deepened their understanding of linguistic diversity and identity. We also saw clear improvements in confidence, communication, and oracy. Although some pupils initially felt nervous about speaking to another class during the live call, many described feeling proud of themselves afterwards. The opportunity to communicate with a real audience supported their speaking and listening skills in an authentic, purposeful context. There was also a noticeable emotional impact. Exchanging cards and decorations helped pupils form a personal connection with their partners. Receiving something handmade from a child they'd never met made the experience feel memorable and special. Staff benefited too. The project strengthened international pedagogy, developed multilingual teaching approaches, and built confidence in using digital tools for global collaboration. It also contributed to wider school priorities such as language learning and global citizenship.
As we bring our presentation to a close, it's clear that this project has created a strong foundation for our future international work. It has shown us what is possible when pupils connect authentically with another culture, and it has opened the door to even richer opportunities going forward.
Our partnership with the Basque country has grown into something sustainable and full of potential, and we feel confident that this is only the beginning. We already have ideas for how our next steps could evolve, particularly through an exciting art-based project linked to the Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao, and through exploring connections with Welsh artists to deepen cultural exchange on both sides.
And we're also delighted that a partner school in Burgos, Spain, is keen to collaborate with us. And this means for us at Gwauncelyn that our global network is expanding and the future looks positive for international learning here. We definitely want to continue building these opportunities for our pupils, staff, and wider community. I would like to thank you very much for listening to our presentation this morning.